Hey everybody, looking for a gift for your spouse? Well, we've got some ideas for you.
So stay tuned.
If you're looking for gift ideas, you've come to the right place because we're going to show you some of the most creative gifts we've given each other throughout the years. One year for Danielle's birthday, I got her a little pet carrier, and inside the pet carrier was a little Yorkie teddy bear. And with that teddy bear was a note that said a real Yorkie was waiting for her, but she was still young and wasn't ready to be picked up yet. And that's when we met Piper.
I went to Piper's house where she was born and was with probably 6 other pups. I sat down to pick one out and she came right over and sat in my lap. So I knew that she picked me. So we had to take her home.
So, one gift you can get a doggy.
Which in turn turns into 2 doggies. This is actually Piper's baby.
Yep. So that's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes, it does. Next up is a recipe book or recipe organizer that I made for Bill with his recipes in it. So he makes, well, I have to actually update it for him, but he makes some special bread and the best apple pies. So we wanted to make, or I wanted to make this for him so he could pass it down to his kids.
A lot of the recipes in here are family recipes too that have been passed on from my mom and
Your neighbor.
neighbors and friends of the family. So it's just a lot of recipes I grew up with, and plus some that I've made my own. Our four bottle chili, I made that. We named it 4 bottle chili because we drank 4 bottles of wine waiting for it to simmer the first time I made it.
It was a good day. It smelled good the whole time.
It's really good chili. On my bucket list of things to do was to go to Vegas. I have never been there. So one year for my birthday, Danielle got us plane tickets and flew us out to Vegas for 6 days.
It was awesome.
We crossed off a lot of our bucket lists that weekend.
Yeah, we went to Red Rock and Hoover
Red
Dam.
Rock Canyon was awesome. We kind of wish we spent more time at Red Rock. We didn't expect it to be as cool as it was. I got to shoot a Barrett 50 caliber sniper rifle, which was on my bucket list.
And we've decided to add to our bucket list by possibly going back to Red Rock and camping under the stars. So you'll have to stay tuned for that to see if we actually do it.
If the COVID goes away, maybe we will.
Yeah. Other than that, Vegas. Actually, in Vegas, we saw Jimmy Buffett as well. We like to tour with him. And he happened to be out there at the same time, so we got tickets to his concert and went to that as well.
So the reason we went there is because quite a few years ago, Danielle told me that going to a Jimmy Buffett concert was on her bucket list. I really didn't even care if I went to a concert, but whatever, let's go do it. So I got us a couple tickets and we went to a concert. And after that, we ended up becoming parrot heads and going to multiple concerts, some of them repeatedly, one after the other.
Meeting new people along the way, and then they become new friends for us.
So my favorite band is Pink Floyd, and I've never got to see them because they're not together anymore. But Roger Waters did come to town, and Danielle got me tickets to that concert.
So rolling in, concert tickets.
That was a really good weekend because she got me the bed and breakfast to go with it. So we stayed right there. We got to walk to where the concert was. Okay. Not just concert tickets of whoever's rolling in town, but the concert tickets of who they really want to see, what's on their bucket list. Even if you've got to fly to Paris to see McCartney, get it done.
Oh no, I guess that's to be added to the bucket list.
Hang gliding pilot's licenses. Danielle, well, you talk about your hang glide, how that happened.
Well, when I was pre-teen, I went to North Carolina with my parents, and they brought us to Kitty Hawk to fly kites. And I saw people hang gliding, and I'm like, oh, that looks amazing. Never had the chance to do it, but One day we ended up going down, Bill and I, many, many years later, in my 40s, I think. We actually took my mom back to Kitty Hawk to hang glide for her birthday. And then we went along with her. So we all went hang gliding, and then we both fell in love with it and decided to book our anniversary week back down in Kitty Hawk to get our Hang One license.
So that was our anniversary gift to each other on our 10-year anniversary. We've got our H1, and we're trying to work on our H2, but the pandemic is putting a damper on it so far. But hopefully we'll get the soaring height here eventually.
Yeah.
If you don't know, I'm a pretty big hunter, and I'm a tracker. And in the tracking world, Larry Benoit is the godfather. He is the Ozzy Osbourne of heavy metal.
Of hunting, you mean?
Of hunting. Yes, that's what I mean. And he wrote a book called How to Bag the Biggest Buck of Your Life. And they're hard to find. There's a lot of reprinted ones out there, but to find an original is pretty rare. And one year for Christmas, I opened up my original How to Bag the Biggest Buck of Your Life by Larry Benoit. I didn't even open it. I put it in this case, and this is where it stays.
Actually, I put it in the case for you, I think, and that's where it stayed. Right? Yeah. So another idea would be to maybe get an original novel that someone likes.
Sports memorabilia. Anything like that. Yeah, original novel.
Next is pretty basic. For our first anniversary, I made Bill a photo album, and it just had our wedding photos in it, and the first year of our married lives, I added a little bit of our experiences and things. Needs to be updated. I'm not sure how many years are in here, but it goes on and on. Actually, we're filled up, so that may be another good idea to get.
Another one?
Yeah, another one.
So one year for Christmas, I got the brilliant idea that I was going to be very romantic, and I was going to knit Danielle I was going to build a teddy bear for Danielle by hand from fabric. Don't laugh. This is my teddy bear.
It's pretty cute.
It's
This is the best part. Anyways, tell them the story behind it. I love it.
So I realized that I wasn't doing a very good job, and I knew I had made mistakes, but it took me so long. I went to one of the fabric stores, and I told the girls that I was going to sew this teddy bear, and what do I need? And I picked out the patterns, and I picked out the fabric, and I did all that. I thought I was going to be whatever teddy bear maker, be the next Care Bears or
Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear.
Yeah, you tried to build a bear, right?
And I realized I had done it incorrectly, but it was like Christmas Eve probably when I was doing this, and I had no time to redo it. So this is how it looks.
Well, tell them the special part.
But here's the special parts. Yes. Inside, before I sewed it up, I put a little baggie of flour so we would never not have food. I put a little vial of wine so we would always have something to drink. I put in a penny, I think, so we would always have money. And I put in 2 separate pictures of us that I glued together so we would never be apart.
So it is pretty amazing. And of course, a nice little note to go along with it.
I probably stole it from homework. One year for Christmas, I told Danielle I wanted a Zippo lighter. So when I'm smoking cigars, I'm not using the cheap little dollar store stuff. I'm using a nice one. And she asked, what kind of Zippo lighter do I want? And I said, I don't care. As long as you think it's cool. I don't care what it is. As long as you can justify why this lighter's cool, I'm good with it. So the lighter that I was using was a Maryland lighter, which apparently Danielle got jealous of.
Yeah, I didn't like him using this.
So she got me a Zippo lighter with her on the front of it. Let me show you up there. Now this is a little wore out because obviously I flipped it a lot, but that's my baby right there on my own lighter. So, custom Zippo lighter.
Was that good enough for you?
It was, but no.
So next up is this amazing box in front of me. Before our wedding, I'm not sure what day it was.
It was
my birthday, probably.
No, I gave it to you for Christmas.
It was for Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Christmas the year before our wedding.
Right. So Christmas the year before our wedding, Bill gave me this box, and inside, if you open it up, there are cards. They have each month on them, all the way up until our wedding day.
So I gave it to her on Christmas, and our wedding was the next year in September. And I had to count how many days, and then I made them all September, October, so they're all in order. So I had to go through and make sure it was right. So every day she would be able to flip over a card, and basically on that card was a reason why I loved her, or a reason why I needed her, or something that reminded us of something fun that had happened, or just anything that would put a smile on her face.
Real love stories never have endings, for example.
But I had to count it all out. So the Valentine's card fell on Valentine's Day. The 4th of July cards fell on 4th of July Day. And I even counted it out to like days where I knew we'd be free, and I could say, oh, today's your lucky day, you're getting a massage tonight. So that was kind of a pain to do that. And I had to print out all these cards. And I had to do all this without her seeing it too.
And he did it successfully, and it was amazing.
And then so like building up to the wedding,
yeah,
I would say
awesome.
7 days until the wedding, and I'm getting real nervous, and then on the wedding day she got to flip over the wedding card, and it had all the lovey stuff on it.
I should try to. Oh. So our wedding day one, he put our wedding song, which is At Last.
By Etta James.
Aw, see?
You're gonna cry.
I need to reread these. Oh, I haven't read these in over 10 years.
I know.
Aw.
You don't appreciate anything I give you.
I appreciated it as I was reading them. Look at this is just 1 month.
Show them like there's even pictures on them and stuff.
My heart is on fire thinking about how much you love me, and I love you. Oh.
I probably stole that from Hallmark too.
Well, making how many? Like,
I don't know, 300 and
you had
whatever.
to
I forgot
some.
how many.
If you were a burger at McDonald's, you'd be called McGorgeous. Yeah, some corny ones too. But
I was having a hard time thinking of everything.
So that was one of my favorite gifts of all time. And I do need to reread them again.
Next.
So lastly, I stole Bill's idea to a point and made him a little box for Valentine's Day that says, I love you, hugs and kisses. And it had cards for the months. He had, April was his bonus day because it was his birthday, but I only made one card per month, so it wasn't so much, but it was fun.
Those are the gifts we've given each other over the years. We think there's been more, but we can't really think of them right now. I'm sure as soon as we put this video on YouTube, we'll think of about 5 more good ones. But hope you got some ideas from it. And if you've had any good Christmas or birthday gifts, let us know in the comments below. Maybe I'll steal it for her next year.
Or let me steal it. He's a little more clever than I am. Anyway, happy
Good.
holidays, happy birthdays, anniversaries. This is for everything. So enjoy.
Okay.